7 rap features we never saw coming. Unless you're J.Cole, if you're a rapper creating a new album, it's likely that you would want to pack your tracks with high-profile features from other artists to help gain new fans and boost your sales. Some artists would like to play it safe, only collaborating with artists that they know mesh with their style and will excite their fan base. Some musicians, on the other hand, are willing to experiment, leading to collaborations that no one, not even the most dedicated fan, would possibly expect. Whether it's two previously feuding rappers reuniting on a track to officially squash the beef, or an artist pulling an iconic performer from an entirely different genre, some rappers have managed to land features that we never expected. And while a collaboration like this is most certainly going to attract a lot of attention, does a particularly adventurous feature automatically make an interesting song? Well, that's for you to decide. Before we get started, make sure you like the video and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Now, here are 8 rap features that we never saw coming. At number 7, we have Post Malone featuring Ozzy Osbourne. Post Malone has made it clear that he does not consider himself just a rapper. After making some controversial comments in 2017 about rap music not being the type of music you listen to if you want to think about life, Post continued to maintain that he doesn't see himself as a rapper just because he sometimes raps. "I don't want to be a rapper. I just want to be a person that makes music," he told an interviewer during a spread with GQ magazine. Post has been very vocal about drawing his inspiration from multiple genres and being as interested in rock, emo, and even country as he is rap. So when he released his latest album, Hollywood's Bleeding, everyone expected some less conventional features. Few people, however, were anticipating Post to link up with one of the most iconic voices in black metal, Ozzy Osbourne. On the track Take What You Want From Me, Ozzy lends his vocals for the song's wailing hook, as Post sticks to the verses. When Ozzy recently revealed his Parkinson's diagnosis, Post told the world that he had no doubt that Ozzy would, quote, "keep kicking butt. He's just so strong and he sounds incredible." If you need proof, go check out the track and remember that those notes are coming from a 71-year-old. Number 6, Drake featuring Meek Mill. Though it's unlikely to go down in hip-hop history as one of the most important beefs in the industry, Drake's feud with Meek Mill is one of the most highly publicized and well-known beefs of the 2010s. After collaborating on the song Rico, Meek Mill became upset when he felt Drake was not doing enough to promote the single, and tweeted an accusation that has followed Drake since. Meek claimed that Drake didn't write the majority of the verse on Rico, and that Drizzy routinely used ghostwriters. The accusation started a slow burn beef that eventually culminated with Drake dropping Back to Back, a diss song aimed at Meek that earned Drizzy a Grammy. Eventually, the two publicly reconciled their differences, though they still seemed distant from one another. That changed in 2019 with the release of Meek Mill's Going Bad, featuring Drake. The first collaboration between the two since Rico, the record found them giving each other shoutouts, and even meeting up in person to film a music video. The song was quickly certified gold, and the memory of the beef itself took a backseat when Drake found himself in the middle of a feud with good music artist Pusha T. Number 5, Lil Nas X featuring Billy Ray Cyrus. Unless you didn't turn on the radio, social media, or go outside, it's likely that you're familiar with the song Old Town Road by rapper Lil Nas X. After going viral on TikTok and Instagram in 2019, the song became a nationwide phenomenon and stayed at the top of the Billboard Hot 100 for a record-breaking 19 weeks. The song would go on to be remixed roughly 1 million times over the course of the next year, but it was the remix featuring Billy Ray Cyrus that brought the song its viral power. Billy Ray Cyrus, whose career started in 1990, was one of the 90s most famous country music artists. However, today he's best known as the father, both on real life and on television, of Hannah Montana star Miley Cyrus. Though Cyrus has been working on revamping his musical career since 2008, after a brief appearance on Dancing with the Stars, he didn't see any significant success until being featured on the Old Town Road remix. After all, it was the version featuring Cyrus, not the original, that maintained its position on the Hot 100 for 19 weeks, and become the fastest diamond certification in the history of music. Now the pressure is on for both artists to see if they can ever replicate a success like the track Old Town Road. Number 4, Kanye featuring Paul McCartney. Kanye West has long asserted that he is our generation's most important and influential musician. And what do influential musicians do? They work with other influential musicians. That's why Kanye sought out a creative creative partnership with Paul McCartney, one of the frontmen for the legendary classic rock band, The Beatles. The two have collaborated several times over the course of the years, including the hit 4-5 Seconds featuring Rihanna. However, their first collaboration came in the form of the song Only One, released in 2014 as the track to be released after Yeezus. The song itself is a direct message for West's daughter, North, and is sung from the perspective of West's deceased mother, Donda. The track came out after a recording session between Kanye and McCartney, where the two allegedly recorded over 9 full songs together, none of which were released. However, don't expect Paul to spit a verse on Only One. The majority of his contributions were in the musical composition and lyrics writing. While McCartney does play some of the instruments on the track, the only vocal contribution he had is some modulated background vocals. Number 3, Eminem featuring Juice WRLD. Considering that Eminem will turn 48 in October of 2020, it wouldn't be surprising to find out that he doesn't keep up with many of the newer artists in the rap scene. You would be wrong, however. Eminem has confirmed that he is still an avid rap music fan, and listens to a ton of new music every day. Despite this, he has kept his list of features relatively small, and curated over the course of his last few albums, opting out of high-profile features in exchange for more underground artists like Fresher. So when M dropped Music to Be Murdered By in early 2020, many fans were pleased to announce they felt the album to be a return to form for the rapper. They were also shocked to see some more contemporary and mainstream features on the album. While some artists like Young M.A. and Royce da 5'9" seemed like a logical choice for the album, Eminem also chose to feature Juice WRLD on his single Monster. Because many of M's dedicated fans renounced the mumble rap subgenre, it was shocking to see Juice, who is often unfairly labeled as a mumble rapper, on the track. Juice lends his vocals to an incredibly catchy chorus. And tragically, this is one of the last tracks to ever feature the rapper, who died in 2020 at the age of 21. The music video to Monster features a touching tribute to Juice at the end. Number 2, Drake featuring Michael Jackson. Drake has pulled off some pretty incredible features in the past, but it took an extra level of work to secure a feature with an artist who was already dead. In 2018, Drake released Scorpion, a sprawling 25-track-long double album, which contained the track Don't Matter to Me. Released as the album's 4th single, it garnered major attention when fans realized that it contained a Michael Jackson feature, despite Jackson's death in 2009. Apparently, Jackson has originally recorded the vocals for the feature in 1983. The melody was a demo for an unfinished and unreleased song, which later came under the possession of Sony when they purchased the rights to Jackson's music catalog in 2016. Seeing as Drake's OVO label is distributed through Warner Brothers, it's likely that he was able to use some of his high-level label connections to secure the feature from Sony. Despite some controversy surrounding the feature, which claimed it might actually be a fake and not Michael Jackson, the music has been confirmed authentic by Sony itself. Despite a long history of praising Michael Jackson, Drake has found himself at the center of more controversy, when some lines on his latest EP, Dark Lane Demos, alluded to Jackson's legit past. At number 1, there's Young Thug featuring Elton John. Young Thug is no stranger to drumming up controversy with his public persona. First, it was him antagonizing and dissing Lil Wayne in 2015, then naming his mixtape Barter 6. Then it was his large purple dress on the cover of his 2016 mixtape Jeffrey, the same tape that saw him changing his alias to his birth name, which is, you guessed it, Jeffrey. Thug has been willing to push boundaries and experiment with concepts most rappers wouldn't even touch, like fluid gender expression. As a result, he's been compared by many to the rap scene's David Bowie, androgynous, pioneering, and a little otherworldly. So when it comes to features, it's no surprise that Thug would want to enlist the help of someone with a persona as grand as his own. And he did just that by partnering with pop legend Elton John for the song High on Thug's 2018 project On the Run. John has been a vocal supporter and fan of Thug's music since 2015, and the two met up in London in 2016, where High was apparently born. Though highly anticipated and rumored, the track seemed to disappear, and many fans assumed it would never release, until it was included on the Run 2 years later.
How
You're a
does...
big fan of Gucci.
Who?
Elton John.
That's dope.
That's so
Gucci is favorite rapper. Gucci
What?
fucking man.
That's dope.
I went to his house. He's
Hey,
like,
let
when
me
Gucci
ask you
get
this. Do you,
He's like, free Gucci.
he was like, man, he done lost the weight. He asked you, is Gucci a clone? Is Gucci a clone?
When is Gucci getting out? I'm like,
Hey, man,
what?
do you think that Elton John ever rapped along with you or Gucci and said the N-word at the house?
He said, yeah.
Oh,
He was rubbing it
man.
on to the lyrics.
Yeah.
According to producer Stelios Philly, it was actually the leak of the track that caused its release. In an interview with Fader, he says, quote, "Sometimes when a leak happens, it can jeopardize the song and make it never come out. But in this case, it was beneficial because the reception was so positive. Who knew an artist would be thankful to have their track leaked?" So, did any of these tracks catch you by surprise when they came out? Do you possibly have a favorite? Let me know in the comments section. And before you leave, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to our channel.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.